Lord have mercy.
Right. Good. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We have apparently we have some breaking news here, but I did call Tasha K. They said that Kevin Samuels have passed away. So I'm hearing reports, but I'm also seeing something on Roland Martin. So give me a second here. I want to screen share something. Give me a quick second here because Roland Martin said he's trying to confirm if if Kevin Samuels is dead because they are reporting that he had a heart attack and that he was found unresponsive. So I'm just trying to see if that's true or not by checking out social media. So of course, or my way, I'm sorry, Roland Martin came out and said he can't confirm or deny that a person named Kevin Samuels was there by the Fulton County medical examiner and stuff like that. They said Atlanta police told me they were unable to locate an incident concerning my questions. No further details. Fulton County medical examiner told Roland Martin they could not confirm or deny to have a person named Kevin Samuels there. So we don't know if this is true or not. So I'm taking this with a grain of salt till we get an official report. I know they said on the neighborhood talk that he passed away. Multiple sources are now saying it is true. I'm reading different articles that is true. So give me a second. Let me do some digging here. Hold on one second. I'm hearing like different reports. I'm hearing that he would drink a lot of Red Bulls, and that was a cause of him dying. So give me a second here. Let me see what they're saying on the articles right here. Give me a second here. The Root, okay, and the Root just did an article about him 3 days ago, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to see articles. Okay, so they said right here on News One, they're saying right here, they said Kevin Samuels' death rumors go viral. Unverified reports dead at 56. They said a small placating relationship guru image consultant who's better known as Divisive's commentary about black women in particular has reportedly died. However, the reports of Kevin Samuels' death that flooded social media timelines everywhere offer no immediate verification that the 56-year-old died as his faithful followers demanded proof. As a result, Samuel's name become a top trending topic on Twitter on Thursday afternoon as people try to sort out the facts. Roland Martin said this. This is what they have a tweet from Roland Martin. My Roland Martin Unfiltered Black Star Network has been working to confirm whether the social media influencer Kevin Samuels have passed away. We reached out to Fulton County Medical Examiner and were told they cannot confirm or deny, and they have someone named confirming that they have someone named Kevin Samuels there. So right now we don't have an official report from the medical examiner. We don't have an official report from the medical examiner. I'm definitely seeing it right here on social media is saying that he's dead, but no official report from the medical examiner have confirmed that Kevin Samuels have passed away. But we let's just say this. Let's just pray for his family. Let's pray for his loved ones. If this is true, if this is true, we definitely have to pray for his loved ones. So I'm definitely saying right now, we can just pray for his family. I don't know if he had any children. I don't know. I'm definitely praying for his family in this time. So I'm continuing to get updates, but nothing official from the medical examiner. Nothing official I can see right now for the medical examiner confirming that. But I did call Tasha K and I asked her, is it true? And she said it is true that he passed away. You all do know she was on his show and they had a conversation about that they was on the show. So we're definitely seeing about this if it's true or not. I'm just getting these updates right now as we speak. So this is just too much. Um I was actually asleep when it came out. I was actually asleep when the news were dropped. And when I finally woke up, I immediately went to my phone and did some digging. So I'm just trying to see if this true or not. Okay, I'm getting an update about this. Okay. I still don't see. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the phone lines. If anybody got any updated information, you can definitely call in at 646-716-8447 and you can give your thoughts. But right now, it is unconfirmed reports that Kevin Samuels had passed away because no other credible site other than News One are reporting it. Nothing else credible websites have posted this. And I don't think Kevin Samuels' Instagram page, nothing have came out officially on his Instagram or page or his social media that he passed away. But I'm seeing a lot of people, um, you know, trying to sort out this information, and Roland Martin have not verified if this is true or not. So give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna go and open up the phone lines. If this is true again, I am praying for his family because this is really, really sad. And this is why you have to treat people with kindness and peace. You don't know how long they're going to be here. You don't know how long a person going to be here on earth. And this is just an example that, it's not, you know, that you're going to be here forever. You're not going to be here forever. Everybody have an expiration date. But if this is true, he died at a young age because 56 is young. That's not old. Give me a second. I'm open up the phone lines, allow you all to call in and give your thoughts. Give me a second. This is really, really sad, man. I was not expecting to do a video like this. This is shocking that this is going on because Kevin Samuels had an amazing channel. He reached millions of people. He was in future video. He also was in other stuff as well. So this is just really, 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 really sad that this is going on. So we're definitely seeing about that. Oh, give me a second here. I'm just getting like literally my phone is just going off. So I'm trying to see. All right. So moderators, if y'all can post the number in the chat and see if anybody want to call in. This is sad. Hold on
Start your
one.
show now, press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 30 seconds.
Wow, because he had a great channel. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna control his channel? Is his family gonna continue his legacy? We don't know. It's just really, really sad. And now a lot of people is some people saying,
Your
well,
show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
yeah, so also I want to read what Ernest Owens wrote. He said Kevin Samuels had made a career off of shamelessly disgracing black women for profit. He emboldened the most toxic individual to project tired and harmful narratives about black women. Dead or alive, what a disgraceful life to live. That's all I got for the misogynist, and that's what he wrote. Okay, Tasha K said, "Listen, I have not confirmed that Kevin Samuels rumors are true. I've called him several times, left messages, DMs, etc., etc. Normally, he responds back to me as soon as possible. I will keep you all updated." And of course, that was earlier in the afternoon. Of course, we called her, and she said those rumors were true. So the number is 646-716-8447. If you got any good memories of Kevin Samuels, if you didn't like what Kevin Samuels had to say, let it be known. Let me go to B Scott because I'm reading here. They said B Scott has confirmed this, so let me go to B Scott and see what B Scott have to say. Give me a second. TMZ have not confirmed it. Let me see. I would say TMZ. Also, I'm checking to see if TMZ have said it. I don't see anything from B Scott. Yeah, I don't see anything from B Scott at all. So if they said that B Sky said something about it, I don't see it right here on my channel. I don't see it where she had confirmed it. I find it hard to believe. I just watched a live yesterday. This is crazy. And I'm shocked because I watched one of his lives like last week. This is very, very shocking. And so this is why do it about it. But the reason why TMZ should talk about it because he is a celebrity. He is a celebrity gossip blog. So let's not act like he's not a celebrity. So let me go back and see if Roland Martin have something to say. TMZ have no idea who Kevin Samuels is. I don't think that's true. I think they know who he is. That Kevin Samuels is. Well, I want a fan of his, but I'm the sadness of it. Wow, just now, Westworld, Kevin Samuels. Yes, this is really really sad that this is going on. This is really really sad. And of course, Philip Lewis on Twitter. Uh, nothing came out from Fulton County Medical Examiner because I'm assuming that he was in Atlanta or some part of Georgia, and then now they said his friends already confirmed it. I don't know who his friends is. Everybody go to. They said his friends already confirmed it, and they said that his friends have already been crying and definitely have confirmed that he had passed away, but we still don't have no updated information. Someone said on Twitter, they said it's true. He met a woman, took her home, started complaining of chest pains. Next morning, same thing, then collapsed. Revived attempts unsuccessful. Rushed to Gurney, where he was pronounced dead. Name can't be released until family identifies the body. And I'm assuming that. Um, Also, Revolt said has heard from reliable sources that YouTube sensation, self-proclaimed relationship guru Kevin Samuels have passed away today. So we had like people, we still don't have no confirmed report from the medical examiner, but people are definitely saying that he's passed away. So, um, yeah. 3253, you're live on the Wiley Show.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Yes. I just want to say that, I hope that it's not true, but if it is, my prayers do go out to his family. I just feel like it's a shame that there's people out there celebrating his death, and I feel like that's not right. At the end of the day, if we don't agree with his commentary, whether we do or not, that's just, that's awful to celebrate someone's death. And I feel like he didn't do anything wrong. He was just, being honest about how he felt uh, relationships should be. And I feel like he was just trying to keep Black families together. And, it's sad that he passed away if he did. And I'm hoping that he didn't, but, my prayers go out to his family.
Yeah, my prayers definitely go out to his family. Most definitely, this is really, really, really sad. This is just a reminder that we must take care of ourselves because the heart
Right.
is very important. We must, And they were saying that he was drinking like like a Red Bull a day or 3 Red Bulls a day. You got to be very careful with those
He was.
Red Bulls. That's what I heard a rumor. So we definitely gonna keep him in our keep his family in our prayers as they grieve this moment. And definitely shout out to his fans because now what's going to happen to his
Hmm.
YouTube page, what's going to happen over there. So,
I
um,
was thinking about that. And no one do it the way he did it, I felt like he was a very smart man, I just can't see no one picking up where he left off, doing it the way he did it because he was so smart with it, and I don't know, I just felt like, we lost a big one. I was a fan of his show and, you know, it's a shame. I
absolutely.
feel bad for his.
All right. Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you so much for calling in. All right. The number is 646-716-8447. 8339. You're live on the air. 8339.
Hey, Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I'm on
Yes.
Bluetooth.
Yes.
Okay. I'm condoling. I just want to give his family condolences, and I hope that he's not gone. But if he is, it's a great loss. I think he was a very intelligent man. I did not, to be honest, I didn't even like most of his commentary, but that doesn't because I didn't like most of his commentary don't mean that I would ignore his intelligence. He was a very intelligent man and appeared to be a strong Black man. And although I didn't agree with a lot of what he had to say, I still hate to hear about him passing, and I hope that it's not true. And I just want to say, like the previous caller before me, just because we don't always agree with people or sometimes don't even like them, it's still sad and shameful for people to celebrate their death. And so I just want to give respect to the man and send condolences and prayers to his family. And Kevin, may you rest in peace if this is true.
If this is true. All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. The number is 646-716-8447. Thank you, caller. Let's go to the next caller here. 3955. You live on the air. 3955. Hello. 3955. You live on the air. Okay. So we definitely, I don't know about that. So yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all. This is just literally breaking news that Kevin Samuels had passed away. Hopefully, we can get some updated information. Hopefully, we can get some confirms from the medical examiner. Usually, the medical examiner won't confirm it until the family identifies the body before. So usually, we won't get that. So hopefully, by the end of the day or by tomorrow, we would get some more information. Because a lot of people are just literally scratching their head at this and like, oh my God, they're immediately like shocked that have going on, and people have a whole lot of stuff to say. So I'm definitely shocked by it, because when I had got the text and the DMs, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this true? Like him passing away? Like really? Is this true? Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Even if I didn't always agree with Kevin Samuels or what he said on his channel, but wow, I still don't want him dead. 4429, call you on air.
Okay, Wiley. With all due respect, okay. I never watched this guy, but I'm hearing that he told these Black women to take their child down to the police station because they couldn't raise them. Who raised him? Living or dead. He left himself a bad legacy. These women saying he intelligent, but he ain't used his intelligence in no good way if he was on the internet spewing hate like that to the Black race. Black people never stick together for nothing. Nothing. And it doesn't make any sense. And he's telling these women that they too big, they can't get no man, this, that, or the other. Well, these two big women are still alive and have a chance, and he's gone and leaving a bad legacy. What's going to happen to his channel? Don't nobody care what's going to happen to his channel. He ain't no Mother Teresa.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you was going to come in and read like that.
Yeah, because it don't make any sense. I'm just sad that the man died before he could get if he is gone, before he could get himself together. Because you don't talk about no Black women like that, like he's done. He's going to leave all of that stuff on the internet, putting all that bad energy out into the universe.
Wow.
Now he don't get to, if he did pass, now he don't get to live a long life. My father lived 85 to 85. That's a long life. Took care of his kids. Okay? And was one of the first Black engineers at General Motors. My father didn't go around spewing no hate towards no Black women. My father went and recruited Blacks and minorities to be engineers and to work at General Motors. Do something for the black community with your life. Not sitting around here talking rhetoric so you can get views on the internet. It's not funny. Telling black women to take their kids down to the damn police station when the police are killing black people. And saying these black mothers not raising their kids. If it wasn't for the black mothers, half of y'all ends wouldn't be here now. The mothers and the grandmothers. With civil rights was we stood up and helped the civil rights leaders march on. Harriet Tubman freed the daggone slaves. Not Thomas Tubman. Harriet Tubman. Walked all the way down south, all the way to the north. She would have shot him while he was talking all that crazy mess. And she was trying to free the slaves. She did not play. And these women calling him he's so intelligent. Just keep tearing down the black race. It don't make no sense. Who raised him? I mean, all this internet stuff, just doing stuff for clout. Just say anything on the internet. Keep tearing down our race. Your own people. They don't even think Black Lives Matter. It's a way to get your point across. The way he did it is not the way. After these people done fought to get us free from slavery, fought for civil rights, fought for equal this, equal that, and these fools get on the internet and talk about black women and a black race like that. Okay, I gotta go.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Well, people are definitely having their thoughts across when it comes to this. Oh, wow. So we got the phone lines is heating up. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hello. I really think this is unfortunate. If it is true, while I didn't agree with everything Kevin had to say, I'm not gonna be happy that somebody passed away, especially so suddenly. It's actually really shocking. So I did tune into some of his shows, and he would be talking. I think he just wanted black women to level up. Don't settle for less or degrade yourself. So I really think it depends on how you viewed his message and how you took it. If you got offended by it, it's probably because you were doing some of the things that he kind of condoned. But overall, like I said, condolences to his family if this is true. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. The number is 646-716-8447. The Neighborhood Talk have confirmed on their page that Kevin Samuels had passed away, but we still haven't seen an official statement from the medical examiner. So, yeah, so we definitely, we definitely is praying. We definitely digging for some information about it. So if you have any information about Kevin Samuels that you want to share with families or friends, you can call in at 646-716-8447. 4390, calling you on air.
Hi, Wiley. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi. First off, I would like to say rest in peace, Kevin Samuel, if the news is true. And I would like to piggyback from the previous caller before me and just say that we may not have agreed with everything that he said, but he did make some solid points about us upgrading ourselves. Maybe perhaps we shouldn't be presenting a certain way. Maybe we should go back and look at some of our ancestors, grandmothers or mothers, to see how they lived. And so we won't carry on a negative legacy. And it's very disheartening to see some of the comments on Twitter and other social media pages spewing so much vitriol towards anybody. It's so disheartening. And it's so sad. And that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so very much for calling in. All right, the number is 646-716-8447. 2904, calling you on air.
Hello?
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Yeah, I mean, R.I.P. if he's really dead. But I mean, I think he put out a lot of good information to the community. I mean, a lot of not even just black women, just women, period. I mean, if you're doing a lot of stupidness, I mean, he called it out and he just made you have some accountability about yourself. But that's all I got to say.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. All right. 4072, you live on air.
Yeah, brother. Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
All right. Yeah, I'd just like to say real quick, anyone, if the brother, I think he has passed away, Anton Daniels of the Lapeep Network has made a video about it, but I'm going to keep it brief. I would just like to say to the sister that had called, she was highly critical of the brother. And I think that any brother, particularly a black man, who has had any kind of critique of black women has always come under fire. Not just even black men, but you look at people such as Ilana Van Zant, Monique, when she talked about the hair bonnets, Shahrazad Ali, back in the 90s, she had a critique of black women. They didn't want to hear it, but I think that people are miss Kevin's message, and I think the way he delivered it was necessary to wake black people up, because we don't want to, there's some things about ourselves we don't really want to accept. And he was trying to get us to see, hey, if you're a brother and you're an average brother, a lot of these sisters don't want you. They don't care how hard you work. They don't care nothing about your character. You need to strive to be making more money. And if you're a woman, you got 2-3 children, a certain age, what's wrong with the average brother? Try to get you a man that you can work with so you don't end up dying by yourself. He was really trying to get a lot of us to come together. He was trying to get those sisters that may have had children by men to probably go back to their exes. He was shining a light on how a lot of these women leave good men because they want to go back out in them streets. But this is what a lot of people don't want to hear. But that's all I got to say, brother. And I'd like to give rest in peace to Brother Kevin. I think he was
so
he motivated me to try to be a better man. I'm not.
You are a fan of Kevin Samuels? You are a fan of his work? What made you become a fan?
I mean, I liked a lot of what he was saying, man, because I think what he said about high value men, I mean, it helped me look at myself and say, hey, I got work to do on myself. So I don't think his intentions were, I think the way he came across, a lot of people were not ready to receive. You see what I'm saying? But I think his intentions as far as trying to build families, because he was all about marriage. He was all about waking women up to see, hey, if you continue on this path, you're gonna die alone. And I've seen that in my lifetime. I do lawn care work on the side. One of my clients died alone. She passed away. It was a white lady, and before she passed, you know, she was not married. She smoked all the time. She had bad health, and I see it when they talk about that dying alone. That's some real stuff, man. That's real. That's real.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in and giving your point. Thank you, brother.
All right.
So let's not deny that Kevin Samuels did not have a huge support of black men following his channel. A lot of black men were following Kevin Samuels' channel and his thoughts. So I'm not shocked hearing from the brothers. All right, we're going to go to the next caller. 0235, caller, you on air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Hey, I'm on Twitter right now, and I see many women celebrating his passing. Listen, I understand where they are coming from, because Kevin Samuels has been disrespectful and has been misogynistic to them. But the man just died. He has a family, and all of us should just be praying for them, for their well-being and their mental state. You don't know how his death is affecting them. Just because he makes these insensitive comments doesn't mean that he should pass. The manosphere ain't got nothing to do with this today. Just let it go. If y'all happy if y'all happy that he is gone, then stop giving him energy. Leave him in the dust. This man is living rent-free in y'all heads, and he's not even here anymore. By talking about him, you guys are just prolonging his legacy. If you all so pressed about Kevin, then just pay him dust. That's all I got to say. Bye.
All right, thank you so very much. I'm reading the tweets too. It's a lot of women are celebrating. Should we celebrate this? I don't know. I don't think we should celebrate somebody that's dead, but what's your thoughts? Anonymous, you live on air.
Yeah. I'm calling in to give my condolences. That was my lover. And we're here having to grieve and watch. We're having to grieve at Queen Tulsa's house.
9849, calling you on air.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I was distracted by the last caller. Now, I do want to say that, first of all, where are all these women celebrating his death? Because just because somebody made a comment, they're entitled to their opinion just like he was entitled to his. I don't think he added any value. Listen, this is the legacy that he left. Because you cannot come from a place of love. If you love your community and you love family, you're not going to come from the place that he came from. And it seemed to be specifically for Black women. And I'll say this, we are a product of the men in our community. And if you don't believe that, pay attention to the Caucasian women that date Black men. All of a sudden, they're loud. They're in the store. They're talking ghetto. They got 3-4 babies following behind them, and the man ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So you are a product of the man in your community. And Black men will have to stand up and lead the community. And that's what they're not doing. I felt like he should have spent more time trying to teach Black men not to be in prison over and over and over again. Teach Black men how to get jobs. Teach Black men how to be leaders of their family instead of putting the blame on the Black woman. It's not the Black woman. It's not who God put the head of the household. It put him. So if there's a dysfunction with Black women, the dysfunction is coming from the Black man. It's easier to cast blame. Oh, Black women are not doing this. Black women are not doing that. But we are leaders. We are the most educated. We are going to school. We are the ones that's owning the most businesses. So how is the problem with the Black women? Now, I digress. I don't wish the man death. I'm saddened that he died because although we don't like the way he put forth the message, because to me, I heard all hate. I feel bad that maybe he was broken and hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted everything to work. Because that's where his pain was coming from. A Black woman, as oftentimes when you see men that they say, oh, I don't want a Black woman, that's because some Black woman had crushed their heart and they never want to feel that pain again. But we love our Black men. We've always loved our Black men. We've always had our Black men's back. But this atrocity that's going on with a lot of Black men, not all, because I'm married to one, 17 years, and neither one of us fit Kevin Samuel's mold. So I just wanted to let the women know that's listening, don't let anybody dictate how you're going to find love. Who God has put in your life is for you. You don't have to be high value, no value, or in between. And don't let anybody dictate how you find love and make your life work, because everybody's not going to fit that mold. I wasn't looking for a man with money. Both of us were broke, but we both have it now. So, you know, I think Kevin Samuels worked for women who didn't have a father at home. I had a father at home, so there was nothing Kevin can tell me that my dad and parents didn't teach me in my home. So for the women who didn't have that, he was a blessing for them. But for the women who had love from their father and the men in their family and they knew what that looked like, those are the people who had a problem with Kevin Samuels, because we knew that it was not coming from a loving place, but it was coming from a place of hurt. You understand? When you see your children doing wrong, you're not going to tell them, you need to clean your nasty self up and get your nasty self together, and you ain't nobody gonna never want you. Those are hateful words to tell somebody nobody's gonna want them. Winter is coming. Those are coming from an ugly place. So I digress. But he didn't leave a nice legacy. And let people be allowed to have their opinion about him because they were also affected by him. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you so very much. We got 1,000 people in the chat. The phone lines are beating up. We confirm we are reporting to you that Kevin Samuels have passed away. So call in with your thoughts. 9127. 9127.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hello, hi. Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Well, I just want to say really fast, a lot of women are on Twitter. They are dragging the F out of Kevin Samuels. But I do want to say this. I'm not going to get on Twitter and drag anybody. But like my grandmother has always told me and all my cousins, you live your funeral. He left a legacy of him being totally disrespectful to the women that he comes from. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. Our community hate when we are honest. We love to pacify, and we always feel like we need a leader. This man was not a leader. If you wasn't nothing when you was living, you ain't nothing while you're dead. And that is the truth. With that being said, the disrespect for Black women is redundant. He has had white women on his panel, women of limited color, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. And he has never disrespected them the way that he disrespects Black women. And that is a really nasty issue in our community. And I just don't agree with us telling each other, since you had a bad experience with a Black woman, or since you had a bad experience with a Black man, you should divest. Is that really going to solve the problem? And I heard an older lady that was speaking on your phone line before I came up, and she was talking about the civil rights movement. I do agree that we were on the front line. Black women were on the front line, but the whole thing about the civil rights movement, it was not for the Black community. It was for Black men to be able to divest. They hate who they are. Self-hatred is rooted deeply in our community. And that's why Mr. Kevin Samuels, and not just him, but many Black men and some Black women, they say the diabolical things that they say about each other. We are not going to get ahead hating each other. We're not. I'm not going to say that I'm glad that he's dead, because I don't want that spiritual debt on me.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, caller.
I want to say more, but I know it's other callers.
All right. Thank you. All right. 5805. We're speaking about Kevin Samuels passing away. Are you happy? Are you sad? What's your thoughts? 5805. You're live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Hey, I'm not happy that he died, but I mean, he did die alone, and he used to speak that into existence, and it happened for him, so I'm pretty happy about that. So, yeah, that's all I had to say. Bye.
All right. 8582, caller, you on air. 8582. I'm calling your last 4 of your number. So if you don't know it, 8582. Okay, next caller. 3543. 3543.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're live on the Wiley Show.
Blessings, brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just have to comment to the sister. I guess that was like 2 callers ago. She spoke a lot of volume. She spoke words of truth, but she mentioned that she had a father in the home when she's growing up, and she's married. You know, most Black women who have a husband and everything know how to pick a man. We're dealing with an issue that has never happened to any race of people. See, after Dr. King signed the Civil Rights Bill, what Black women failed to realize is that in the early 70s, here they come. White supremacy comes into our community. The sister the caller that you had on before, she was talking about the civil rights movement. She's wrong. We were man, woman, and child in the civil rights movement. Okay, we were a family. The Black man was accounted for. He was the head of the home. Dr. King signs the Civil Rights Bill. Here comes the early 70s. Black women are approached by white supremacy saying, come on, sister, equal rights for women. And massively, go do your homework. Massively, Black women took the welfare and said, to hell with you, Tyrone, to hell with you, Rodney. Strip the power of the Black man's father figure in the home, because you had your Section 8, you had your EBT, food stamps, and you had your welfare check. And said, the white man basically said, you don't need Tyrone's money, you don't need his provisions, you don't need his wisdom, and you damn sure don't need his protection. So it left Black men out here in the waste since the early 70s. Now these women have children 35, 40 years now into the game, okay? Black women don't know how to choose a man, and they still want to blame us. You want to blame the alpha Black man when it is Black women choosing these men. If you go look at the Department of Justice website and look at the statistics of Black men being convicted of rape, you will see a very low statistic. You will see a very low statistic of Black men going to prison for rape. We're going to prison for a whole lot of other stuff, but we're not going to prison for raping our women. Black women are choosing these men, and they don't want to hear the truth. Kevin Samuels exposed that by basically conducting an exorcism on Black women. You're liberated. You never had you live in a society that's never had to deal with mayhem, bloodshed. You're living in a society that you were protected by white daddy. Okay, go tell the Ukrainian women, I don't need no man. Them white women will slap the Black woman. Because a lot of this, that's where it started in the early 70s, where I don't need no man. That's a scam. Because white women found out in the 90s when Sally Jesse Raphael and Geraldo Rivera and Donahue, white women in the 90s were finding out that feminism does not work, ladies.
All
But
right.
they didn't give the Black woman the memo. The Black woman bit the apple of deception, and she's still here today.
So
thinking
to
that she
sum it
doesn't
all
need a
up,
man.
you are a fan of what Kevin Samuels stood up for.
The approach of Kevin Samuels was needed. He needed to show, he exposed the world how a lot of Black women think, man.
All right,
Look
you.
Look at our statistics.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna have to go to the next caller. Thank you. Thank you, caller. All right.
Yes,
Thank you. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hello, Wiley.
Hi.
Good night. Okay, first of all, I am disgusted by what I'm hearing. We do not celebrate death. I don't care who it is in the community, what he has said. This man, Wiley, only was on on YouTube giving his opinion. Excuse me. He was only on YouTube giving his opinion. And y'all did not like his opinion. And y'all go and celebrate him. And that could be anybody. The nerve of y'all to sit here and celebrate this man, saying that he disrespects Black women. He don't respect Black people. Well, let me tell you something. You guys have family members in your family who have done some disgraceful things to you, to Black people, to the Black community. And when they pass away, y'all cry. Y'all cry. So to sit here and to hear people saying, because he gave his opinion on something, Wiley, that he deserves to be celebrated negatively in death, he is one of us at the end of the day. Y'all sit here with this feminist, fake women's movement. It's going to be the same reason why Black women is out there on the island standing alone. At the end of the day, we still need Black men, whether we agree with them or not. Because you know what, Wiley, when push comes to shove, we all we got. So y'all sit here and celebrate somebody in death? Like how y'all doing is disgusting, because he told you you was overweight, because he told you with you having 4 kids, it would be hard for you to attract a husband. Well, guess what? He is correct. You pick and choose the life you want to live, the men you want to deal with. So when you're 40 years old with 5 kids and single, you call into his show and argue with him because he's making valid points, saying in our 20s and 30s we should be our best. To me, that's good advice. Now, y'all sit here, and I am very concerned about this world we live in right now. For people who have no respect for life and humans, to go and assume, well, so what? I didn't like his opinion on the internet, so I'm going to go ahead and say, well, good for him. He will be remembered by disrespecting women. No, get off your feelings. Wake up and smell the coffee. You're putting yourself against black men, black women, and guess what? It's only going to come in your demise. We need each other, black people. So wake up, and y'all should be ashamed of y'all self sitting up here going at this dead man like that if he's dead allegedly. Now, good night, Wiley. I am disgusted.
All right. We thank you so very much for you calling in. Okay. 1329, you live on the air.
Yes, hi, Willie. This is Latifah from the DMV, and I just wanted to say, I somewhat agree with the last caller. It's a lot of bitter women that are literally celebrating somebody's death, and that's very sick and disheartening. And ultimately, I just want to say he stood for a lot of things. He was trying to help our community. And it's crazy that a lot of women can't see that. And it's just really sick, and it goes into exactly what he was talking about. All right, I'm done.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. The number is 646-716-8447. Call in. Just leave it short. Get your answer, because thank you. 3286, calling you on air.
Yeah, okay. I've been listening to everybody's comments, and now I'm like at a loss of what I want to say. But it's unfortunate that that's what he's going to be remembered by. And speaking of somebody trying to help the community, I don't need you to try to help the community with words. I need you to help the community with actions. It's a lot of men that listen to his message, and it didn't. What the little TikTok thing say? It didn't reach it. You got the ball, you shot it, and you missed. And that's what he did. And it's unfortunate. I'm not gloating in his death, but how you live, that's what you be remembered by, and that's unfortunate. And then another name that I want to say to add to that is Candace Owens.
All right. Thank you. That was it?
That's it.
All right. Thank you. The number is 646-716-8447. 2904, call you on air.
Yeah, how's it going, everybody? How's it going, Wally?
All right.
I want to like to add also, everybody who's mad or all the women who are disgruntled, it's probably because he spoke some truth to them and they didn't want to face it. They didn't want to face reality. But anybody who's gloating or being happy at a time like this, it just says a lot about themselves. That they don't really want anything out of life for themselves anyway. But he spread a message of betterment, to better people, men and women, and that's what he was about. So if they miss that, and if they not correct themselves or move forward because they were probably overweight, probably a lot overweight by a lot, and then probably just had unrealistic expectations. He leveled them back to reality, hey, you might want this, but what are you doing? What position are you putting yourself in to get those things you aspire to that you're asking for? And he just brought them back down to reality. And I respect them. That's it for me. Like I said, the people who didn't want to face the truth, they probably they can probably live their life now he's gone.
All right.
That's it for me.
All right. Thank you. Okay. We're going to another caller here. 8582, caller, you on air.
Right. That's it for me.
8582.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
You can hear me, Wiley?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Wiley. Oh, my God. So,
I want you to answer for me. Oh my God! First off, I love you, Wiley, but let me say this. See, I can't remember her name, but the caller you had before this last one, she was speaking facts. And what I mean by that is we have to stick together regardless of his opinion, because God gave us all one of those. So regardless of his opinion, we still shouldn't celebrate a man for one, because he's a man first, and then he's actually an African American man next. And what I mean by that is we were all, I'm not going to say we, because just like my brother joke and say, I wasn't a slave. We technically weren't slaves, but our ancestors, our Black, African, however you want to call it, were taken from where we were from, where we come from. We were taken from there, right?
Okay.
We were taken from there, right?
Okay.
And we were made to separate. Our men were taken from their families. Our men, our strong Black, brown, light brown, whatever you want to call it, were taken from their families. This was all a ploy to separate us. And because we're not woken, we haven't awakened, or we haven't become woke and understand what was taken from us, our way of praising God, our roots that people make to be evil, that was the way we praise God. All of that was taken from us. So it's deeper than Kevin Samuels telling us we're ugly, we're fat, we're this and that. It's deeper than that. We were taken from where our natural inhabitants were, where we come from, and we were given something else. All of this bickering and fighting we doing as Black people and hating and all that stuff, because people honestly have their own opinions. That's what's really dividing us, because we haven't woke up. We need to wake up. And until people understand that this is deeper than us going back and forth and hating each other. We were taken away and separated on purpose for this sole purpose for us not to be together.
All right.
Do y'all hear me?
I hear you.
We were taken away, so y'all just do y'all research. That's just all I want to say. Just
Thank
do
you.
your research.
Thank you so much. Also, we have an update by Mark Lamont Hill. He is a person that I do trust on Twitter. He said, I've gotten confirmation from multiple sources that Kevin Samuels have passed away. He just tweeted that on his Twitter, Mark Lamont Hill, a good guy. He writes a lot of books. He's a professor. A guy that I do trust have said he have heard from multiple sources that Kevin Samuels have passed. All right, we're going to take a couple of more callers. 8286, you live on air.
Yes, hello. Thank you so much for taking my call tonight. It's so nice to meet you. I am absolutely devastated that Kevin Samuels has passed away. He has changed my life remarkably. He gave me introspection, and I even see, as a mixed biracial woman, I even see that some of my white family has the same problems. They don't want to pair bond, and they cannot get with an average man, and because of that, they suffer, and their life is hard being single out here. So please, people, watch some of his old videos and have reverence and respect for him. It's so nice to meet you, Mr. Wiley.
Thank you so very much. All right, people calling in and said they was helped by Kevin Samuels. Okay, let's go to the phone lines. 6389, call you on air.
Hi, Wiley. How are you?
All right.
Good. In regards to Kevin Samuels, if it's true that he did pass away, I do give my condolences to his family. I definitely did not agree with his views. I do think that he's kind of almost making some Black men delusional, like he's not challenging them to really self-review and change for the better. I mean, we can be honest and say that in the Black community, not a lot of Black women get married as often as our peers of different races. That's just not the Black man's thing. So they kind of, like the men who called in tonight, the one young man said, oh, the women who are so mad at Kevin Samuels, they're probably very overweight, things like that. You know, that's very negative, disrespectful, it's divisive. And I feel like that was kind of his rhetoric. I'm not totally convinced that he is gone, but I do think that he's caused more damage than good. And as far as the man who called earlier saying that, you know, welfare took the black man out of the home, that's actually backwards. The black man was out of the home, and that's why some black women turn to welfare, just trying to provide for their kids. Now, ironically, if you go to college and you take sociology courses, you will learn that the black woman is one of the most educated individuals. And what's so unique about the black woman is that she will go to college, work full time, and be a single mother, all while doing it. So the black woman is actually very strong, very unique. And so in regards to me, I don't have any children. I am blessed to be educated, and it's really because I grew up in a two-parent household. My parents were married. We went to church. Daddy was very strict, but he was more on the rare side. But because I had that experience, that's why I don't really date a lot of the guys who approach me with the silly rhetoric and the silly come on lines, because I'm just not interested. But I do believe it's because I had that relationship with my dad, and I saw him go to work every day, provide for us. And I just feel like some black men, they don't have that strength. But that's all what I wanted to say. I wanted to clear up a couple of the male people who called in. So thanks, Wiley.
Thank you. Okay, the number is 646-716-8447. We are hearing reports that Kevin Samuels have passed away. So we hear multiple support from the neighborhood talk. Also, Mark Lamar Hill have put it out there, and I believe they said B. Scott have put it out there. But TMZ and other sources, the medical examiner, have not confirmed it. So I also saw a YouTube video of claiming that he was a friend of Kevin Samuels, and that he said that the rumors are true. 3516, caller, you're on air.
Hello, Wiley.
Hi.
Yeah. All the callers call. I'm on Twitter also, and I literally don't see anybody celebrating anybody's death. I just think people aren't moved by his death. I just think people just generally don't care. Y'all want us to throw pity parties and cry in the streets. Nobody's gonna do that for Kevin Samuels. Only the little boys who watch his show and, you know, drive Hondas and Hyundais and Altimas that think they're high value men are going to cry in the streets and, you know, go on, you know, hate-filled attacks on Twitter towards black women who just aren't moved by his death. Let me say this. Black people need to get their priorities in order. Instead of getting on YouTube, hopping on YouTube and watching Kevin Samuels talk about high value men, go take a class. Go online, look up some schools online and take a class or something. Go get a degree. Like, we don't need a Kevin Samuels telling us what we need to do and don't need to do. It's really pathetic how these men are calling up here sad, emotional, crying, about to take their own life over Kevin Samuels dying. People aren't moved. People aren't celebrating. We're just not moved. We just don't care. And one caller called up here and compared Kevin Samuels to our family. I don't know Kevin Samuels, so no, I'm not going to cry. No, I'm not going to rejoice. I'm not moved. For a 56-year-old man to be sitting up here telling me what a high-value man is when you're 56-year-old, you were married twice, divorced twice, you just paid your child support from 10 years ago, and you're 56 living in an apartment. Why does this high-value man not own property? Why did he die alone in an apartment? Like, black people, get your priorities together. No man on no damn YouTube need to be telling you what you need to do with your life, what's wrong with your life, what's wrong with you. Go to therapy. Find somebody with some real education who can help you out. Kevin Samuels ain't shit, wasn't shit.
Hold on, one language.
Ain't gonna be shit.
All right, thank you. I'll let you go. Language. 2240, caller, you're on air.
Oh my goodness. The caller before me just said everything that I wanted to say. I was just gonna say that, you know, I'm certainly not celebrating Kevin Samuels' death. But, you know, as the previous caller said, I mean, to me, you know, his legacy is who he is. You can't tell people to respect his opinion, but then don't want to respect other people's opinion of who he was and what they saw him to be. For me, I just feel like he was telling black women to be something that he himself was not. And a lot of these men, you know, they say whenever black women call out black men, they're hateful. But then whenever black men talk about black women, they're just telling the truth. So, you know, I just feel like there's always this thing where these black men get on these YouTubes or get on the internet and they tear down black women and they show that they don't love them. They, you know, I don't see the man talked about, you know, Ukrainian women would not deny their men, but I don't see Ukrainian men getting on the internet talking about how horrible they are and how they need to get themselves together, you know, talking about their women. So, you know, other races of men, I'm sure they have issues with their women, but they're not going on the internet tearing them down. So that's all I had to say. Everyone else said pretty much what I want them to say.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to take two more callers and that's going to be it. 1418. 1418. Okay, you're not ready. 9867.
Hey, Wiley and Chad. This is Lisa Mia. How are you? So with this whole Kevin Samuel thing, if he did pass, and he definitely manifested dying alone, which he always told that black women will do and will always do if we don't, I guess, knew our talent and how awesome we are to find with our equal counterparts. What I hate about Kevin Samuels, okay, hopefully he really didn't pass, right? Hopefully there's like a rumor, and if he did, my condolences to his family and all those who worship him as their godfather or their god, because he definitely led men astray. Instead of saying, you know, black men need to go to the communities and doing a male empowerment session, he instead utilized this to, he got famous to me by disrespecting a dark-skinned black woman and ridiculing her, and then leading the sheep to or the flock of sheep to go to the wolves. He wasn't any better than the dude that he's preaching to. He's actually worse. He's capitalizing on your insecurities to say that you could be better, but he himself is not doing any better. He's not even the blueprint of what he's preaching to you. So he's like a false pastor, you know, like, wait, pastor will tell you not to cheat. Pastor will tell you to, like, you know, but while, you know, you're in the church, so you know how those pastors do. You know, like the pastor you had like an affair with or whatever, they say all these things and then they do all these illegal stuff. And then all of a sudden he bred this type of more of this red pill environment for young black men. And that's all they do is admonish black women in order for them to get bigger, which is very sad, because at the end of the day, like, compared to other races of men, black men is at the bottom. Well, instead, what he should say is, hey guys, let's go into the community and talk about like why we shouldn't do gang violence, or hey guys, let's go into community to mentor these young men, not the men who call into his show, who's bitter that the woman didn't select them, but it's kind of like, why didn't she select you? Maybe you weren't there yet. I feel like he wanted black women to dim their shine in order to make the black men look good instead of being on our equal. And then more importantly is that there are black women who will actually believe in his ideologies, because there's no Kevin Samuels if there's no Corliss. Most people who supported him were mostly black women and black men who thought they were looked over. They thought they didn't matter. And then he put a high value man. You see, when you know you're the ish, you don't got to say you're the ish. If you know you're a high value man don't tell you high value. You just know they are. I never heard white men say I'm a high value man. I never hear Asian men say I'm a high value man. They just are.
All right.
That's what I have to say, Wiley.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. I'm going to read this last post here from Revolt. They also put it out there on their channel. They said controversial YouTuber Kevin Samuels passed away. Revolt Black News have confirmed from reliable sources that YouTube sensation and self-proclaimed relationship guru Kevin Samuels had passed away today. He was known for dating advice and YouTube videos when he operated under self-proclaimed title of an image consultant. Some of his most popular videos included how much do you cost to submit, and modern women are average at best. Just last week, he sparked outrage on social media after he said unmarried women who are 35 years old and over are considered leftover women. If you live to 35 and you're not married, you are leftover. You are a leftover, man. No, you may have a problem. He said, whether you want to hear it or not, I'll go with you. I'm telling you the truth. You don't want to hear. Although Kevin Samuel himself was twice divorced with a last single status, he never shied away from speaking his mind when it comes to relationship topics. So, thank y'all so very much for watching. We're going to bring this show to a close. Thank you so very much to all the callers. I can't get to everybody right now. We will see y'all in the next
Thank
video.
you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Thank
Goodbye.
y'all so very much, and leave us a comment. What do you think? Do you think that people should feel sad or they should celebrate? What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. Peace. Make sure y'all subscribe. Thank y'all so very much. Bye.